Under this lecture, we will cover decision making under risk and uncertainty. So let's start this lecture. Let's see first decision making under risk. Okay. In this case, the decision maker do not have complete knowledge with certainty of consequence of every course of action. What was in decision making under certainty? Consequence of course of action was predicted, but under risk we can't predict that. Okay, let's see next point. The decision maker makes an assumption of probability. Under the risk, decision maker assumes probability with each state of nature will occur. Okay, let's see, there are two techniques, EMB and EOL under risk. Okay, let's see first EMB. EMB stand for expected monetary value. What is the formula? Pay of each state of nature into probability of each state of nature. We will multiply with state of nature with probability. Then we will sum up all. Okay, this would be EMB for each course of action. Okay, let's see an example. We have payoff table. Here we have written course of action A1, A2, A3, and this is state of nature, which is also called events S1, S2, S3. Okay, we have written the values. Now we have also written a probability. Okay, 0.45, 0.25, 0.30 for each state of nature. Okay, let's see how will we calculate EMB for A1, for course of action A1. Let's see, 300, which is state of nature, into probability 0.45 plus state of nature of S2 into probability 0.25, state of nature of S3 800 into 0.3. Okay, when you will calculate, it would be 135, it would be 150, it would be 240, and sum would be rupees 525. Let's see for A2, 500 into 0.45, 1000 into 0.25 minus 200 into 0.3. Okay, we will calculate, we will find 225, 250 and minus 62. When we sum up, it will be rupees 450. Let's see for A3, 0 into 0.45, 540 into 0.25, 460 into 0.30. When we calculate 0 plus 135 plus 138, sum is rupees 273. After calculating EMB of each course of action, we will compare among the course of action and we will see the higher value. The higher value is with course of action A1. Decision, what would be our decision? Alternative A1 should be selected because it has a higher EMB. Okay, let's see the next technique, which is EOL, means expected opportunity loss. Under this, the decision maker calculates the expected value of the opportunity loss values for each alternative, and the decision that has the minimum EOL is chosen. Okay, means opportunity loss of each alternative is calculated and which has a minimum value that is chosen. Okay, now we have a payoff table. Payoff table means we have a profit. Payoff table means we have a profit. Course of action means alternatives. If you have to take a decision, you could be have a alternative X, alternative Y, alternative Z. That's why we have four alternatives. And the state of nature means possibilities. If you choose particular course of action, what could be the result? This is state of nature. So we have as a question of payoff table. Okay, course of action A1 100, A2 60, A3 240, A4 164. First state of nature, in second state of nature, in third state of nature. These are the values, and we have probability for state nature 1 0.3, state of nature 2 0.5, state of nature 3 0.2. Let's see, when we will calculate EOL, we will have to first construct regret table. Okay, let's see how do you make regret table. Let's see, first of all we will see that in first state of nature, which has a highest value, you can see that 240 is higher among all. Okay, what we will do, we will subtract all alternatives from this value. Okay, let's see first how I have written. 240 minus 100, 140. 240 minus 60, 180. 240 minus 240, 0. 240 minus 160, 80. Okay, and this we have calculated S2 also, which is higher value 220. 220 minus 140, 80. 220 minus 100, 120. 220 minus 180, 40. 220 minus 220, 0. Like this we have calculated S3 also. Now we have written probability as same 0.3, 0.5, 0.2. Let's see how have I calculated EOL. First for A1, 140 into 0.3, 80 into 0.5, 60 into 0.2. The value is 94. For A2, 180 into 0.3, 120 into 0.5, 220 into 0.2. The value is 158. For A3, 0 into 0.3, 40 into 0.5, 0 into 0.2. The value is 20. For A4, 80 into 0.3, 0 into 0.5, 140 into 0.2. The value is 52. What we have to choose? How will you take a decision under UOL? Minimum opportunity loss, which has a minimum opportunity loss. You can compare among A1, A2, A3, A4. The value is list in A3. That's why we will select alternative A3. Okay. Remember one thing. If this is cost table, this is not a payoff table. In that case, how will you construct a regret table? In that case, you will select the least value. Okay. Let's assume if this is a cost table, we will not take a high value. We will take a least value and we will deduct this value from all. It means if it has a cost table, we select 60 and we deduct 100 from 60. 60 minus 60 is 0. 240 minus 60, 160 minus 60. This would be constructed like this. Okay. Now see the decision making under uncertainty, means investment decision and making under uncertainty. Under this, the probabilities with which various states of nature will occur can't be estimated. In risk, we predict the probabilities. We had a probabilities, but under uncertainties, we do not have a probabilities. Okay. Such situation occur when there is a no past experience or historical data, because under this decision we have a new thing like launching of new product, new design, etc. That's why we can't estimate the probabilities of particular alternative. Okay, let's see the techniques. First is Maximin criterion, the second is Maximax criterion, third is Laplace criterion, fourth is Hurwitz criterion, and fifth is Minimax criterion. Okay, let's see. Under various decision making like certainty, risk and uncertainty, we have to see the state of nature. Under certainty, we can predict the state of nature. In risk, under risk, we cannot estimate or predict the state of nature. We have a experience, we have historical data. By using of that, we use probabilities. But under uncertainty, neither we can predict nor we have a probabilities. Let's see the first criterion, Maximin criterion. Okay. The key is based off the worst. We have worst, but we have to choose the best from that worst. Okay, this is conservative or pessimistic approach. Next, the Maximin criterion suggests that a decision maker should select the alternative that offers the least unattractive worst outcomes. What alternatives should be selected? That offers least unattractive worst outcomes. Means we have to choose best from worst. Okay, let's see an example. We have payoff table, course of action, state of nature. This is a maxi-min. It means we have to find minimum of all alternative and state of nature. In A1, the minimum is 0. In A2, minimum is 0. In A3, minimum is minus 50. Okay. This is max min. It means we have to choose max from this minimum. Okay. We have 0, 0, minus 15, and we have to choose maximum from this. The maximum is 0 and there are two zeros. Okay. So what would be decision? Either A1 or A2 should be chosen because both have a value of 0. Okay. Let's see the maximax criterion. In this, what we have to do? We have to choose from best of the best. This is optimistic approach. Optimistic means aggressive approach. Okay. The maximax rule involves selecting the alternative that maximizes the maximum payoff. We have maximum payoff, but we have to choose in that maximum. Okay. Let's see example. Payoff table, course of action A1, A2, A3, state of nature S1, S2, S3, 100, 0, 30, 30, 40, 120, 50, minus 40 and 150. Okay. Let's see the solution. Maximax, maximum of maximum. So we will find maximum 100, 30, 50. 100 is maximum in A1. In A2, 40 is maximum. In A3, 150 is maximum. Okay. We have chosen the maximum. Let's see. Maximax is equal to maximum. Maximum of all, maximum from these three. 150, 150. What is the maximum? 150 is maximum. That's why our maximax is 150 and 150 is A3. So decision is A3 should be chosen. Let's see the next criterion, Laplace criterion. What is Laplace criterion? Laplace criterion is based on the principle of insufficient reason. In this, the equally likely decision criterion finds that alternative with highest average outcomes. Now under Laplace criterion, we have to find out average, and the maximum value in average is our decision, means choosing alternative. Okay. Let's see. I have payoff table. This payoff table is a part of your question. Okay. I have this payoff table and I am solving with this. It means you have to solve it after drawing payoff table, and then you have to write average and these. Okay. I have less space, that's why I am doing it simultaneously. Okay. Let's see. Course of action A1, A2, A3, state of nature S1, S2, S3, A1 100, A2 120, A3 110, S2 minus 20, A2 100, A3 40, S3 70, 50 and 60. What will we do? First we find out the average of all alternatives. For A1, 100 plus minus 20 plus 70 upon 3. Okay. 100 plus minus 20 plus 70 upon 3. Total is 150 divided by 3 is 50. Average is 50. 120 plus 100 plus 50 divided by 3, 90. 110 plus 40, 150 plus 60, 210 divided by 3, we have 70. Okay. Laplace maximum of average, max average 50, 90, 70, which is a maximum among these 90. So decision is A2. This is A2. Okay. A2 is the highest average, that's why it should be selected. Okay. Now see the Hurwitz criterion. Okay. Let's see. It provides a formula for balancing the pessimism and optimism. Pessimism and optimism means maximin and maximax. It is a combination of maximin and maximax. Okay. It allows the decision maker to simultaneously take into account both the best and the worst possible outcome. Okay. Let's see the calculation. To do this, the decision maker chooses a coefficient of pessimism called alpha. Okay. When you will see this Hurwitz formula, you should have a alpha value. Okay. What is alpha value? This is a decimal number between 0 and 1. Okay. We should have a alpha. With the help of alpha, we will calculate weighted average. How will we calculate weighted average? Alpha in bracket maximum value in row plus 1 minus alpha minimum value in row. Okay. Let's see an example. We have question. I am solving this question with this table, but you have to construct the payoff table again that you have to solve. Okay. I have less space, that's why I am doing this. Let's see payoff table. Course of action A1, A2, A3. State of nature S1, S2, S3. The value is 100, 80, 40, 60, 50, 20, minus 60, minus 10, minus 5. Let's see how will we calculate weighted average. We will calculate weighted average by this formula. Alpha in bracket maximum in row. The maximum in row is 100. Okay. So we have written here 100 plus 1 minus alpha. The value of alpha is given, which is 0.6 plus 1 minus alpha means 1 minus 0.6 in bracket minimum value in row. Minimum value in row is minus 60. That's why I have written minus 60. When you will solve it, you will find 36. Okay. Let's see A2. Alpha, which is 0.6 in bracket maximum value in row. Maximum value in row is 80. Okay. Plus 1 minus alpha. Alpha is 0.6. That's why 1 minus 0.6 in bracket minimum value in row. Minimum value in row is minus 10. Okay. When you will calculate, you will find 44. In A3, alpha, which is 0.6, maximum value 40 plus 1 minus alpha means 1 minus 0.6, minimum value is minus 5. When you will calculate, you will find 22. Okay. Hurwitz maximum of these weighted average is Hurwitz decision. Okay. The maximum 36, 44, 22. Which value is the maximum? 44. It means 44 comes in A2. Decision is A2 should be chosen. Okay. Let's see the last criterion, minimax criterion. Okay, let's see what is minimax criterion. This criterion minimizes the expected loss associated with making worse than optional decision for given state of nature. It means we have to select that investment which has smallest relative loss. Let's see how will we calculate minimax. We have payoff table. This is a part of question. Course of action A1, A2, A3. State of nature S1, S2, 3. The value are given 500, 300, 200 for S1, S2, 400, 500, 800, S3, 100, 700 and 200. Okay. In this, first we will construct regret table. Okay. First what we will do? We will construct regret table. Okay. When you construct regret table, first see what is given in question. Payoff table or cost table. Okay. In this question, payoff table is given. That's why we will see the maximum value. Okay. The maximum value is 500. When you deduct 500 from 500, it would be 0. When you deduct 300 from 500, it would be 200. When you deduct 200 from 500, it would be 300. Okay. In next, as to what is maximum? 800 is maximum. We have to subtract all from 800. 800 minus 400, 400. 800 minus 500, 300. 800 minus 800, 0. Okay. Let's see the maximum value, which is 700. 700 minus 100, 600. 700 minus 700, 0. 700 minus 200, 500. Okay, now we have constructed regret table. Okay, now we have to find out maximum value in rows. In A1 the maximum value is 600, in A2 maximum value is 300, in A3 maximum value is 500. Okay, this is minimax. We have to find minimum of maximum. Okay, the maximum value is 600, 300 and 500. What is minimum from these three? 300. Okay, and 300 comes under A2 course of action. What would be our decision? A2 should be selected or chosen. Okay, this was the decision under risk and uncertainty. I hope you will understand well. Thank you so much.